Growing up in America, earning $100,000 a year was like reaching the finish line. It meant you had a house and 2 nice cars in the driveway. You could go to a restaurant, order anything you wanted without worrying about the cost. Things are different now. Nowadays, making $100,000 a year can feel like you are barely getting by. You are not crazy. You are not bad with money. The problem is that the way money works has changed a lot. Today, I want to show you where your money is going if you make $100,000 a year in 2024. We will go through it step by step. I will also tell you about one thing you need to avoid if you want to build wealth on a 6-figure income. Asterisk. Gross versus net reality. The biggest lie in finance is the gross salary. When your employer tells you that you make $100,000, that is not your money. That is the starting point before the government takes their cut. Let us assume you live in a tax state, not a very expensive state like California and not a tax-free state like Texas, but somewhere in the middle like Ohio or Illinois. First, the IRS steps in. Federal income taxes take out about $14,000. Then comes FICA, which is Social Security and Medicare. That is another $7,650 gone. State taxes take another $4,000. So before you have even paid for a cup of coffee, your $100,000 has shrunk to about $74,350. Wait, we are not done. If you are an adult, you are paying for health insurance premiums through your job. For a person, that is easily $2,000 a year out of your paycheck. Let us say you are putting a modest 5% into your 401k to get the company match. That is another $5,000. Your 6-figure dream salary, the $100,000 salary, just turned into a take-home pay of $5,612 a month. That is what actually lands in your checking account. That is the reality of your $100,000 salary. Now let us see how fast modern American life eats that $5,600. The big two, housing and cars. The biggest problem for people with incomes in the US is housing costs. If you want to buy a home today with interest rates around 7%, you have to pay $2,500 to $3,000 per month, including taxes and insurance. For someone earning $5,600 a month, buying a house is very scary. So they rent. The average rent for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment in a city is about $1,900 a month. You also have to pay $150 for electricity and gas, $70 for internet, and $50 for water and trash. Your basic living expenses are now $2,170. After paying that, you have $3,442 left. If you don't work from home, you have to leave that apartment. This brings us to another big mistake people earning $100,000 make. The car. Because you earn a lot, you think you deserve a car. The average new car payment in the US is now $738 a month. You also need car insurance, which is 20% higher this year at $150 a month. You have to pay $150 for gas. Just to drive to your $100,000 a year job, you spend $1,038 a month. Let's see how much you have left. $3,442 minus your car expenses leaves you with $2. For you still haven't eaten yet. The silent killers, food and debt. Let's talk about food. Grocery prices are the thing everyone is complaining about right now, and for good reason. A single adult shopping at a regular grocery store, not even Whole Foods, and buying decent proteins, vegetables, and household items is spending about $400 a month. But you're busy. You work 40 to 50 hours a week. You are going to order DoorDash. You are going to grab Sweet Green for lunch, and you are going to go out for drinks with friends on a Friday. A highly conservative budget for eating out and coffees is another $300 a month. So food takes $700. We are now down to $1,704. Here is where the illusion of $100,000 completely shatters. Because if you are making this kind of money in your 20s or 30s, there is a very high statistical chance you went to college to get the job. The average student loan payment in the US is $300 a month. You also need a cell phone, $80. You have subscriptions like Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon Prime, $50. Maybe a basic gym membership, $40. Add in basics like haircuts, buying a new pair of shoes, or replacing a broken microwave, and you easily burn another $200. Total those up, $670. $1,034. That is what is left at the end of the month. from your $100,000 salary. And that $1,000 has to do some incredibly heavy lifting. It has to act as your emergency fund, your vacation fund, your Christmas gift fund, and your real wealth-building investments. If your car breaks down or your dog gets sick or you want to take a one-week trip to Mexico, that $1,000 vanishes instantly. This is exactly why recent surveys show that over 50% of Americans making six figures say they are living paycheck to paycheck. The mindset shift and the solution. So what is the point of this? Is the game just rigged? Should you just give up and accept that you'll work forever? No, absolutely not. Making $100,000 is still a massive financial weapon if you stop playing by the traditional American rules. The reason $100,000 feels broke is because of two specific lifestyle choices that you actually have control over. The first is the auto debt trap. If you are making $100,000, you cannot afford a $40,000 car on a 7% loan. You just saw the math. If you sell that car, buy a reliable used Toyota or Honda for cash, and eliminate that $738 monthly payment, you nearly double your leftover cash at the end of the month. You go from feeling suffocated to feeling rich overnight. The second is the pay yourself first rule. Most people pay their landlord, they pay the bank, they pay the grocery store, and if anything is left over, they invest it. To win in this economy, you have to flip that formula. The day your $5,600 paycheck hits your account, before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, you automatically route $500 straight into a Roth IRA investing in an S&P 500 index fund. You never see it. You never touch it. If you do just that one thing, starting at age 25, historically, you will retire with over $1.5 million tax-free. $100,000 is no longer F****** money. It is no longer buy a boat and a mansion money, but it is freedom money. It is enough money to invest aggressively, build a massive safety net, and buy back your time, but only if you refuse to live like the average American consumer. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this: your salary doesn't determine your wealth. Your gap does. The gap between what you take home and what you keep. If this dollar-by-dollar breakdown made you realize that you aren't crazy and that the math actually is harder today, do me a favor. Hit the like button right now. It tells the algorithm to push this real financial education to more Americans who need to hear it. And if you want to know exactly how to invest that leftover money to actually escape the rat race, hit subscribe. I'm breaking down the exact investing strategies you need every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.